ABHYUDAY Tuition Classes Class 10 English Unit 7 Kach and Devayani. Pre-task: read the story Why the Ashman. Once upon a time, a Brahmin named Agniswami lived in Brahmasthal on the bank of the Yamuna. He had a beautiful daughter called Mandarvati. With the passage of time, she became mature enough to get married. 3 young men came for her hand, but her father approved none of them, so they stayed there waiting. Meanwhile, Mandarvati, suffering from severe fever, and died. The sad young man performed her final rituals. After that, one of them made there a hermitage and began to live, preserving her ashes. The second one, taking her bones, reached the Ganga. The third one became a saint and wandered the places of pilgrimage of the country. Once, a young man happened to be guest of Brahmin who knew Sanjeevani Vidya. The host Brahmin, pleased with his services and devotion, taught him the Vidya. Learning the Vidya, he rushed to Brahmasthal. After reaching there, he told the whole story to the young man who was living near the ashes. As soon as he chanted the mantra and sprinkled the water on the ashes, the girl revived. By that time, the third one returned from the pilgrimage. Seeing the girl alive, the 3 began to quarrel and claimed to marry her. The first said that it was because of his mantra she came to life, whereas the second said that it was because of his pilgrimages she revived. The third one claimed that it was only because of his preserving her ashes she came to life, and they continued arguing and quarreling. At last, they went to a wise man of their village and told him their case. The wise man said that the person who had preserved the ash could be her husband. The person learned Sanjeevani Vidya was her father, and third one could be her son. Now discuss the reasons why the wise man gave such a judgment. I have told about this judgment in the classroom, in the classes. You can remember the point. Now P2. Read the description of some Indian mythological characters, find out some details, and write short introduction of the last 2 characters like Angad and Ashwatthama. The first one is Balram. Balram was the elder brother of Lord Krishna. Balram is considered as the 8th incarnation of Vishnu. Another view considers him the incarnation of Shesh, yani serpent. Indra. Indra is considered as the king of gods. He is also the god of firmament. He holds or possesses the unbeaten weapon called Vajra. The third one is Sheshnag. Sheshnag is the king of all serpents or nags. He has 1,000 heads. He is the couch and canary of Vishnu. It is also said that he bears the earth on his head. At last, at the end of Kalp, he vomits enormous fire which destroys the world. The fourth one is Menka. Menka was a beautiful Apsara in the court of Indra. When Vishwamitra performed tap, Indra became fearful, sent Menka to end the tap of Vishwamitra, and Menka succeeded in it. The fifth character is the Ganga. The Ganga is the holiest river. It is said that she was in the heaven. By the efforts of the king Bhagirath, the Ganga agreed to come to the earth. On the earth, she was taken up by Lord Shiva on his head. She was trapped there, and when she asked for forgiveness, Lord Shiva released her. So it is said the Ganga flows from the head of Lord Shiva. You have to write about Angad and Ashwatthama. Pre-task 3, match the meaning with the word. Write the number in the blank. Like Rishi, the person who moves around in search of dharma is called sannyasi. Manav is called a son of Manu. Acharya is called the head of the ashram. Rishi, the person who teaches dharma. Vaitalik is called a son of Vaital. Shishya is called the disciple, and Danav is called a son of Danu. Now let's have a look on rich story. The Devas and Asurs were always fighting each other. The Devas were from amongst the gods. The Asurs were demons. The Asurs were powerful, capable of all kinds of weaknesses. Some of them were great rulers and mighty kings. In their fight with the Devas, the Asur had an advantage. They had on their side a great saint and teacher, Shukracharya, who knew the mantra or magic formula for bringing dead people back to life. He restored to life many Asurs who were killed in the battles against the Devas. The Devas did not have anybody who knew that mantra. They went to their chief advisor, Brihaspati, and sought his help. But Brihaspati said, I do not know the science of giving life to the dead. Only Shukracharya knows it. Somebody from your side should go to him and stay with him as his student and learn the secret. We have nobody with us to undertake such a difficult task, but we feel that your own son, Kach, would be the best choice for this purpose. Brihaspati thought for a while and then said, Yes, let Kach go. The Devas called Kach and asked him if he could render them his service. They said, Go to Shukracharya and be with him as his disciple for as long as necessary to learn a science of rising the dead. Serve him with an devotion. You may also be friendly with Devayani, his beautiful daughter. That will help you in attaining your objective. Kach promised to do his best to fulfill his mission. He looked leave at the Devas and went to Shukracharya's hermitage. The great sage received him with all kindness. O great teacher, said Kach, I am Kach, the son of Brihaspati. I want to be your student. I am eager to gain knowledge of Sanjeevani Vidya at your feet. Are you the son of Brihaspati? Asked Shukracharya. If so, what can I teach you that your father can't? Anyway, you have come to me in search of knowledge. I shall be happy to help you in whatever way I can. I shall be at your services from now on, said Kach. You need not to do any heavy work here, said Shukracharya. You can help me in my prayers by bringing flowers from the jungle. You can also bring firewood for my sacrificial fire. And you can look after my cows. Take them out for grazing and bring them back when they are fed. I shall try to do everything to your satisfaction, said Kach. Thus, Kach began to live with Shukracharya. Because of his keen devotion and good service, he won the favor of Shukracharya. Kach was young, handsome, and very intelligent, and no wonder Devayani fell in love with him at first sight. But Kach was a student and he could not respond to her love. All the same, Kach liked her and considered her a friend. He gathered flower and fruits for her and helped her in her household duties. Sometimes they would wander about the jungles and at times they sang and danced together. In course of time, the Asurs found out why Kach was staying with Shukracharya. They did not want the secret of reviving dead people to be known to the Devs, and therefore they decided to remove Kach from Shukracharya's hermitage for good. That could only be done by killing him. One day, when Kach was taking his master's cows to the jungle, the Asurs waylaid him and killed him, but they had to do away with his body. They were afraid that Shukracharya might revive Kach, so they cut the body into pieces and gave the pieces to wolves and jackals. In the evening, Devayani was waiting for Kach, but the cows returned home without him. Devayani was upset. She went to her father and said, "The sun has set, the cows have returned home. Kach has not come. He is either lost or dead. Oh father, bring Kach back. I cannot live without him." Shukracharya considered for a while as to what could have happened to Kach. He felt that Kach was dead and said, "I shall bring him back to life. Wait a little." Then he silently said the secret mantra or magic formula. At the once Kach appeared before the master. When Devayani asked him why he was late, he said, "The Asurs killed me, cut my body into pieces and fed the wolves and jackals with them. When the great saint, your father, summoned me, I came out of the wolves and jackals, stirring their bodies, and now I stand before you." Kach continued to live with Shukracharya and Devayani, but the Asurs did not keep quiet. One day, Kach was in the jungle collecting flowers when the Asurs caught him. They killed him and grinding his body into paste, and they mixed it with the waters of the ocean. Devayani was again in despair when Kach did not return from the jungle. She told her father that she would not wish to live unless Kach was brought back. Again Shukracharya, with his magic spell, brought Kach back. The Asurs were very disappointed at their failure. They thought of a plan to dispose the Kach in such a way that Shukracharya would never be able to bring him back to life. The Asurs caught Kach the third time and they killed him and burnt his body. They collected the ashes and mixed the ashes with the divine wine that Shukracharya drank. When Kach was missing again, Devayani said to her father, "Father, Kach went out to gather firewood, but he has not come back. Surely he is lost or dead." Shukracharya meditated for a while and said, "Yes, Kach is dead, and now it is difficult for me to bring him back to life. I am helpless now. Whenever I bring him back to life, he is slain again. O Devayani, do not grieve, do not cry. You should not distress yourself for a mortal. Gods are aware of your beauty. Any one of them may propose to you." But Devayani said, "How can I not grieve for the death of the one whom I love? He was handsome, he was great, and he was young. No god will be like him. I will starve myself to death and follow him." Shukracharya was sorry for his daughter and angry with the Asurs who slew a disciple under his care. At Devayani's request, he began summoning Kach back from death, and Kach answered in a low voice from his stomach. "I am Kach," he said. "I was killed by the Asurs who burnt my body and mixed the ashes with the divine wine that you have drunk. Be gentle to me, O my master. Consider me as your son, as I am now a part of you. Then Shukracharya said to Devayani, what can I do now? Kach is within me. Either I live or Kach lives. Both of us cannot exist together hereafter. If Kach dies, said Devayani, I will not live, and if you die, I also die. Shukracharya was in fix. He said to Kach, victory is yours. Since Devayani looks on you with such kindness, receives from me the magic mantra or the secret bringing back the dead to life. When you come out of me, try the mantra on my body. Then Shukracharya taught Kach the secret mantra and asked him to come out of his stomach. Kach appeared in all his brilliance and saw his teacher lying dead. He immediately revived him with his newly learnt mantra. Kach then paid homage to him, calling him father as he was newborn out of him. Kach stayed for some more time and then sought the blessing of his master to return home. Shukracharya gave Kach permissions to leave, but Devayani, seeing him about to depart, said to him, don't go away. You know how I have loved you from the time you were a student. Now that you have completed your studies, it is time you should return my love and marry me. Kach said, I respect you very much. You are dearer than life to me, but you are my sister. Both of us came out of your father. All my love for you is brother's love for a sister. You are great and I love you, said Devayani. Remember my love for you saved you from death 3 times. Why did I do that if I not for love? Don't discard me. Accept me as your wife. It is a sin if I agree to do what you say, said Kach. We have spent happy days together as sister and brother. Let us continue that relationship. I can assure you that I cannot be tempted into sinning. Devayani was so disappointed that she was angry and cursed him. Since you have betrayed my trust, what you have learnt you will not be able to practice. Kach said, I refuse you only because you are my sister. I don't deserve your curse. You have done that because of your passion. You said that I have learnt shall be useless, but I shall impart it to someone else and makes it useful. In spite of Devayani's pleading, Kach had to leave. Kach was received by the Devs with great honor and was greeted by the Lord Indra himself. Adi Parv Mahabharat. Glossary. Amongst, also among, means surrounded by. Demon means Rakshas Drusht. Weakness means Dushtata. Mighty means powerful. Advantages means benefits. Restored to life means punarjivit karvu. Battle means a fight. Sought means try to find. Undertake means to agree or promise to do something. Purpose means aim or intention of something. Render means to give something to someone. Disciple means pupil or follower. Devotion means a feeling of strong love or loyalty. Raising means lifting to a standing position. Objectives means purpose. Mission means a task or job given to someone. Hermitage means place where hermits lives, means sannyashram. Sacrificial fire means yagna, homagni. Wander means to move around without a particular purpose. Valid means stopped. Revive means to bring back to life, એટલે કે સજીવન કરવું. Summon means called for. Grinding means crushing. Disappear means to lose all hope. Magic spell means jadui mantra. Ashish means rakh. Slain means killed. Exist means continue to live. Discard means to throw away as it is useless. Azure means to make certain. Mortal means certain to die, means maranshil. Slew means killed. Tamped, to do something that is wrong. Seen means paap. Betrayed means hurt by not supporting. Curse means sharp. Plead means to ask for something in a serious or emotional way. Now, after reading the story, you have felt. You have been asked to felt what you have felt after reading this story. That I felt. Underline the words or phrases in the red that you touch your most. If you were Kach, that work would you have liked to do? Make a list of sentences that disturbed you while reading the story. How did you feel when you read about the cruel behavior of the Asurs with Kach? And would you give life to Kach if you were Shukracharya? Give the reason. Thank you.